Welcome again. Today we're gonna have a new online tips and advice, and which that is the 4 lessons that I learned as a freelancer. So, like I said before in the previous video, I started freelancing way back um, December 2017. So this is what I observed. This is the 4 lessons that I observed for years of being as a freelancer. So the first one is there's no permanent client. Um, what I mean is low performance. So there's type of businesses, especially in the support and sales, that if you're no longer meeting their performance, or if you have a low performance, there's a chance that you can no longer work for them. And and they mostly have a QA, or mostly this client are reviewing your performance each month. If you're if you're if you're meeting their um, their qualification. So like I said, it's any type of service in the support or sales. Very much the same in the corporate. So, for example, when I was working in inbound sales, there's some of my teammates that can no longer continue working on that company because of low performance and sales conversion. And there's some business owner too that reviewing your performance each month, whether it's a support or VA service that you're offering. So the second is the fixed price service. So like crafting a or creating a logo, um, very few businesses will need a new logo or every month, or I guess there's no business type of business that need a logo each month. This is a type of business that you're just offering for about fixed price project. For example, you will create a logo for them for this amount. So otherwise, you can get multiple projects, so you can have a continuous earning. So this is what I mean by there's no permanent project, or there's no permanent client. So and the you can get a continuous project on this type of service, like creating logo, if you're serving like um, a type of businesses, or a type of business who's creating logo for different business. Like yeah, I've searched and there's some type of business who's just that's what they're doing, creating logo for different types of business. So if you will get hired on that type of business, I guess you can have continuous earning on that one. But that can't guarantee that you can have this client for a long period of time. And other type of business that offering a fixed price service too is like a voiceover artist. Um, I've seen some voiceover artists that what they're doing is being a voiceover for promotional ads. So you can see this for an ad that you see on the YouTube. That's what voiceover, the voice behind on that ad is a voiceover artist, and um, that service is also a fixed price service. So, for example, you can offer a 5 minute voiceover for this amount, or mostly they're offering a word per word of service on a voiceover niche. So other than that is writing. So very few client will hire you for a year to write for their company. So most client that you see on the freelancing sites is they will just hire you for just each article, or um, for example, they need this content and this is the title, and you all you need to do is just write on that one on their on their guidelines. So yeah, I write some contents for um, some digital marketing agencies. So, and that is just a fixed price service. And the other reason that I'm telling that there's no permanent client is sometimes the business was just shut down or closed. They're no longer getting profit, and this type of service no longer getting sales, especially in the e-commerce business. So that that thing is that's what I mean that there's no permanent client, because in a quick snap, or um, you can observe if the business will close, especially if you can see that there's no more sales coming in on that type of business. So, and the other reason is uh, they sold the business. So if, for example, Zia now had a client who told her that that business will be sold for someone. So it still depends on that new buyer if they will retain Zia on that business, right? So so the next lesson is learn to invest and other skills. So like Zia, he used this graphic design hobby stuff to become his until his she become a graphic designer, and this is now her profession um, for serving clients. So me as well, I do write stuff for during my free time. So I write stuff for what I love, and now I'm serving clients to write sales and marketing stuff. So you can do the same. There's much more in the freelancing world that you can learn. For example, like like the voiceover, I see that there's if you love speaking, if um, you love speaking and serving clients in this niche voiceover, I see there's a lot of a lot of clients need that, and there's a lot of freelancers who are earning in that type of niche, right? So there's Freelancer right there who's charging $100 to $200 per voiceover. So, and they can only work that for about 2 to 3 days. So that's that's a niche, or um, that you may want to learn, and there's much more as well in creating website and um, creating app. So if you love coding, that's another niche that you can uh, push through as well. So, and graphic designing. So graphic design, you can design websites too, um, and that's another skill that there's much more, or there's more demand on that specific skills, because time to time now there are different types of businesses who need a website and need a designer on that website. So, and the next lesson is back up your clients, or build a strong relationship to your clients. So the only way that you can keep your client, the only way that you can have this client is if you can have um, if you can have continuous earning, um, So if you can have for about 2 to 3 clients, so which means that you can have, if you lost 1 or 2 client, or your first or second client, you can still have your third client. And if you lost your third client, you still have 2 clients to that you can still earn, right? So that's the thing in the freelancing. You can have multiple clients as long as you can handle them. For example, based on my experience, when I working as a support, when I lost that customer support um, project, I still have my second client as a assistant content creator, or and I I'm still earning on that one. So that's the advantage of freelancing. You can have multiple clients as long as you can handle them, and then um, you can you can build a strong relationship to them. So if you have a strong relationship to your client, if you can show that you truly care in their business and you're giving much value, um, if this project or this project is ended, you can maybe get um, a word of mouth to this client that this freelancer is good, either with their friends who had a business too, and if you put into effort on building a strong relationship to your client, um, there's a much chance, or there's a high chance that you can work this client for a while because they see that they're getting value on the service that you're offering. So strong relationship is especially in the VA and the support field. Like Sia, since she has a strong client with her, or a strong commitment or strong relationship with her client, uh, she was able to keep this client for a while. So I have client too with which um, I'm working for about a year. The first one almost a year, and the second one I'm working for that specific client for about 3 years, almost more than 3 years. So there's no guarantee that you can keep them for permanently, but there's a chance that you can work for them for a while, for years. Okay, and the last lesson is the save uh, essential expenses. So you'll need this for paying for your food, bills, and loads when you lose those clients. So for example, um, if you have 3 clients and you lose uh, 2 of them or 3 of them, you still have this essential expenses when while still looking for a client. So I guess 6 months to a year is good enough for that expense to while waiting for you or waiting for another client to serve. So that's the advantage of having this essential expenses. And the other um, thing that you can save is your emergency expenses. You can use this amount for any type of business or any type of emergency happen. So, for example, um, a wife, we don't expect that um, she can't do a normal delivery for our baby. So, we use our emergency expenses on that type of emergency. So, yeah, this is the 4 lessons that I've learned that I hope help you in your freelancing journey. And if you learn so far in this lesson, please drop a like and hope you can share this as well for your friends. And for someone that might need this, and this is feel free to share. So, and you may subscribe on our channel too if you want to get more tips and advice in the freelancing. So again, this is Al, and thanks again, and have a nice day ahead.